Welcome to the latest in a series of videos from Ari Capital, where we are talking to some of the portfolio companies in our EIS fund. Today we are talking with Alex Taylor, who is the CEO of Net4, which is an IoT solutions provider. So Alex, wanted to get an update on what you've been working on lately. What's been going on at Net4?
So we have this spring done a pilot program with Vodafone and AWS, who I don't think need any introduction. And it's around the launch of the distributed edge compute, otherwise known as MEC in 5G language, on the Vodafone 5G network. So we were one of a handful of companies selected to run an initial pilot. And our focus was around running our video analytics solution integrated into the 5G network.
For somebody like me and for us sort of non-tech people, what are the real, how does that translate to sort of real world applications for people like me?
So that's a really good question. So what we've traditionally seen in the way we set things up is we have to put lots of edge devices, little computers within a premises, and then put lots of configuration in so to connect the cameras up so we can start running our analytics on the cameras in place. It means all we need to do is connect the camera to the 5G network, and then we can stream everything back to the edge of the Vodafone network rather than doing it on premise. So if you can imagine a small store that they could then just connect their camera network up, so a retail store, to the 5G network, we can then start running lots of analytics on all of their cameras without them having any capital expenditure, any maintenance of these devices in store, and they can just get the benefits and we can manage it all remotely. So it makes the cost of ownership and the installation much quicker and easier.
And what kind of analytics are we actually talking about that a store could benefit from this kind of technology?
So we're just releasing all of our packs now. We've got a number of different things we can check. So the key three things are objects, people, and interaction between them. That's how we term it. So if you talk about a retail store, we could count people in and out. We could obviously, with COVID, we're all aware of things like social distancing, mask wearing, but we can also do shrinkage and analytics, theft, breakage, loss. We can analyze stock on shelves to make sure there's stock on the shelf, which for a retailer is as important as any theft. If the stock isn't there to buy, the customer doesn't buy it, they lose the sale. So we can do those aspects. We can spot spills, for instance. Great for coffee shops and that sort of thing. Big claim industry at the moment, big problems of people claiming where they've slipped. We can spot the spill automatically and alert someone to go and deal with that and make it safe. This
sounds sort of both futuristic, but also something that really actually helps people right now. And I think a lot of people are always worried about AI and technology, that it's going to be replacing humans. But this is, I think, a great example of where the technology will actually help humans and will actually enable the people that are working in the stores to perform better and to be able to work more efficiently and save costs. That's definitely some of the people in the commercial space, the pain points that I've been hearing about. It sounds like a great solution in that way.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So one of the big stats we quote that we've been given by one of our partners is that only 5% of any video footage is ever watched by a human being.
Amazing.
So actually we're not replacing somebody, we're aiding people to do their jobs by giving them more information. A camera is not going to go and clean a spill up. A camera is not going to restock the shelf. But what it might do is, if you imagine restocking the shelf, we might send the information into the person in the stores so they can load the trolley up. And we've all been in those stores where they've got massive trolley with loads of goods on they don't need because they don't know what's not on the shelf. So we can make it safer, we can make it easier for customers to navigate around the store, and you're not lugging lots of stock backwards and forwards where inevitably it gets broken, damaged, or something else. So it makes everyone's life easier, and that's the aim of this technology.
Yeah, and I assume would be just as effective for small businesses and small stores as big stores and everyone in between.
That's exactly what we're trying to do with the 5G piece, is lower the cost of entry, make it an operational cost only. So you're only incurring the cost as you're getting the benefit. You know, big stores over here, Tesco's, all the big supermarkets, same in the US, they have massive budget to go and do this stuff. But the smaller stores don't, and they can get just as much benefit, which actually on a store by store basis for a small store is probably more important.
And so really a universal solution that we can bring to the market. What are the next steps for you now after this sort of exciting beginning to this process?
So we've done a pilot. We've done it in the office in London. So it's in our office. What we're looking for now is a customer and commercial partners where we can roll out a pilot program in the UK. It will be in partnership with Vodafone and AWS, very, very high profile. And we'd welcome anyone to come and talk to us if they want to run a pilot, understand what we can do. We've got lots of different solutions, whether that's a retail store, whether it's an industrial warehouse, public spaces, anywhere you can think of, hospitals, anywhere where there's people moving about, we can add some value. And we're looking for a partner where we can heavily subsidize their sort of pathway into this and seeing how the technology can help them.
So what we'll do is we'll put some information about how to contact you, Alex, and Net4, and also where anybody can get some more information, and as well as the website addresses for Ari Capital and all the information for us. So anybody can reach out, and hopefully we'll be speaking again soon for another update. So Alex, thank you so much for the update, and we will talk soon, hopefully.